Yes. And a big thank you to everyone who not only won these meet and greets, but tickets tonight to the show. Can I get a big... Myself, also Mike Regnier here, and Brad Mates. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dale Wallace on piano.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome, Dale. So I called you here today because... I'll go ahead, you can take it.
No, you guys obviously have it under wraps, but thank you so much for coming to Chatham today.
Thanks for having us today.
And Executive Drive, this is your second stop in Ontario. You were in North Bay yesterday.
Yes.
How's Ontario working out for you so far?
It's sunny today. What's going on?
We're wondering
the same thing.
Well, the whole first leg of the tour out west was all like minus 30 snow blowing. So we get here today and walk outside and it's in the pluses, so you gotta love that.
I was talking to you guys earlier before this, and you said that you played out in BC for a while. Then you went over to Australia and played a few shows.
Yeah.
Then you came back to this country. What was the shows in Australia like?
Well, we need to follow a little bit from the West Swing, and we were down there actually doing one big festival, and it was really interesting because you travel like 15 hours on a flight over to Australia, drive a couple hours north, and we showed up at the venue, and you don't really know what to expect, right? Because you pull in there and you see a bunch of vehicles and a few buses and stuff. We stepped on stage and there was probably 10,000 people that were already there, so it was really cool. We were there with a few other artists, some Australian artists. Joe Nichols closed the show that night, so it was a great trip. We actually shot the new video in Sydney as well, so we'll get a chance to see that in the next couple of weeks.
It was pretty cool when we were performing. We've had some chart success in Australia as well, so I'd say there's 20,000 people there.
20, yeah, maybe 20.
You're doubling it, that's not fair.
Yeah, why not? But we'd stop the song and they would sing the choruses to our song, so it was really shocking to see people singing our tunes in a different country. It's kind of one of those arm hair standing up kind of moments,
And so you shared the stage with Joe Nichols, and he just released his greatest hits album. You guys have Executive Drive. Did you guys share anything like that? Like, man, we've been around long enough to put a greatest hits album.
We shared a bottle of wine. That was about it. We played an estate winery there, but we actually had to take off and shoot a video the next morning pretty quick, so we didn't get a chance to see Joe. But we hung with him, and good luck for him.
Decade driving tour going across Canada. Are you going a certain direction? Are you coming from out east or going west? Or
Well, it depends who you ask. Most people, we started in Victoria and we ended in Nanaimo.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a bit of a horseshoe. But to do that part of it, we went all the way over to Winnipeg and then came back around. Made our trip down to Australia, and then now starting in Hamilton last night, and then working our way to the Maritimes.
And is there any highlights thus far? Any good moments?
Last night.
Weird...
It was St. Patrick's Day. We had some green beer. It's all right.
Were you guys wearing that on stage at all?
Well, nobody wore any green last night, which was all that.
I see that black and neutrals are your shades, so
Yeah, it's
I
safe.
wasn't expecting
It's
anything
safe.
more.
It hides my boobs.
Whoa.
That's one thing we would never want to hide, right?
You said you were jigging earlier, right?
I mentioned earlier that did I say jig?
Yeah.
Dance.
Jig.
Okay, I like to jig to their songs, but I guess you had a
How many coffees have you
had? 13.
All right.
All right, so jigging tonight, I'm sure a few people will be doing that. That's exciting. So what can people expect from your show, guys?
Well, for folks that have seen us before, I guess the road and playing live has been our biggest tool over the last 16 years to introduce our music to people, to make new fans. For folks that haven't seen us before, we give 110% every single night. So it's all about making sure that people want to come back and see the show again, and that's kind of been the our goal from the very beginning.
When I See You Again, a very touching song, and it has a lot of meaning to you guys. Losing a band member at least 4 years ago now. What is that song? What did it mean to you right from the start of starting to write the song and performing it, laying it down, and even performing it in concert? What does it mean to you guys built from that one?
Well, it took 2.5 years to write, and it wasn't every day we were going in and trying to write another line, but the whole idea of going through that experience, trying to write down on paper what your emotions were, what you were feeling. It just didn't seem right the first few months, and I'm glad it took as long as it did because you were able to live with everything that had gone on and maybe understand a little bit better. And the whole whole silver lining now is just, people that have come up to us over the last several weeks and have told us their story of how that song has made its way into their home and affected their lives in a positive way. And so, to look at the tragic side of it, but to see that it's helped other people, I think is such a cool thing.
And that's on your Decade Drive CD, correct?
It is, you bet.
You've been together 10 years.
Releasing music for 10, together for 16.
Okay, 16 years. There's got to be some sort of secret to your relationship. What would that be?
I think it's days off disperse.
I think that's the secret of a band, is being able to get along with one another, and probably we've been able to accomplish that over the years. You find out very quickly, going on the road and playing shows, if you're going to be able to get along with one another, and if you can get past that, usually you can have a bit of longevity.
Brad and Dale in from Emerson Drive tonight here at the Capitol Theatre, 7:30 showtime. High Valley opening up for them. You'll be selling a new CD here tonight, I assume?
We have everything tonight, even green underwear that we didn't wear last night.
Mary Anne, that's you.
You know what? I actually asked Brad last time that I interviewed you what color your underwear was.
You did. And I can't remember what answer I gave you.
I think you said green.
I think green.
Is that all you have in your wardrobe?
Well, yeah. I can wear it for a few days before I change, so it's good.
That's the secret of the relationship, right there.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're on the road as long as we are, you got to make sure that laundry stays, packed away and safe, right?
Absolutely.
Good.
At least 2 a week, right? At least 2 pairs
Definitely
under
2, yeah. If we're doing more than 4 shows, then maybe 1 more.
Brad Mates, Dale Wallace from Emerson Drive. Thanks so much for coming in today, guys, and we'll
Thanks for
see you
having us.
today on the show. Woo!